I am leaning more and more towards Trey Lance being the week 1 starter.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. To me, it's because I think, every report we've seen of him has been, I think, correct so far, which is that he might need a little bit of time to get a little bit under control, right? And he hasn't passed the ball a lot in his life, and particularly, he hasn't had a high amount of attempts in any collegiate game he's played. And I think the most was around 31 or 32 attempts. And even then, I think the next game down is 24 attempts. So he did not throw the ball a lot in college.
Yeah.
Let's be real, though, Brett. Do you think the 49ers are actually going to pass the ball that much with the Trey Lance offense? I think, people have this imagination that, they're just running the ball because they don't trust Jimmy Garoppolo. They don't want to put the ball in his hands. I think Kyle loves running the ball, and I think he'll run the ball even more with the Trey Lance offense. I want to just check. I just want to read this off real quick. So,
yeah.
Of the if we're looking at the 49ers, I believe in the 2019 season, they ran the ball 51% of the time, right? If you go back and look at that 2012 Washington football team, they ran the ball 51% of the time. So to me, we're talking about something that Kyle can and has done before. So, that's the type of offense I envision for him. And then even if you look at a team like the Ravens with Lamar Jackson, they were running the ball 54% of the time. It's not that huge of a difference between what the 49ers were doing in 2019 and what the Ravens were doing. But I think the most interesting thing out of all this stuff with Trey Lance and him running the ball is if you look at the 49ers specifically, each year with the Shanahan regime, they have ranked better per PFF with their run blocking grade than they have with their run grade, right? But if you look at a team like the Washington football team, you look at the Lamar Jackson-led Ravens, they rank better in run grade than they do in run blocking grade. So with a Trey Lance offense, we're going to be looking at a super, I don't even know what the right word is for this, but it's going to be the Lamar Jackson offense just to a whole nother level, in my opinion. I think, quite frankly, defenses around the league are going to be scared to see what Kyle Shanahan is able to do with a guy like Trey Lance. And one more thing I wanted to mention. Of the last 10 drafts, right, there have only been 3 quarterbacks selected in the top 3 who have not started week 1. Those 3 guys, Blake Bortles, Jared Goff, Mitchell Trubisky. Not guys I want Trey Lance to be in the same category as. So that's just where I'm landing on that with this topic. But, what do you think about that? What do you think about the Trey Lance offense? Because I think that's one of the biggest keys to this. They're not going to put him in a bad position where he has to sling the ball all the time.
Mm-mm. I like where your head's at, because you're trying to imagine what does this offense look like, and your argument is the Trey Lance offense is just going to be more efficient and more threatening to defenses and defensive coordinators than a Jimmy offense. I'll say this. There's no better time to start Trey Lance as far as like opponents than Detroit Lions and Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion. They're brand new. Both of those guys are coached by rookie head coaches. They're coached by they're quarterbacked by a Jared Goff on a new team, new offense, new head coach, and Jalen Hurts. He's a sophomore. He played a couple games last year. My point is that those are relatively – now he's playing the defense, and I believe Philly, I don't think Schwartz stuck around. Maybe I could be wrong. I think it's a new DC. And the Lions, they have a guy named Aaron Glenn who I actually like. He came from the Saints. He played, I think, corner in the pros.
But again, we're talking about new coordinators and new head coaches.
Brand new.
And for a guy like Kyle, he should be able to dominate that. I mean, he seemed to have struggled in week 1 in a lot of prior seasons, but to me, I don't see any reason why this offense shouldn't come out firing right off the gate.